Hello everyone, it's me, King Mario. This is one of those videos that I can't really keep to myself anymore. This is just something to talk about because, I feel like talking about something and I thought I'd make a video of it, so let's just get straight to the point. The time I got bullied. Man, those were those awful days when I was a kid. Man, getting bullied is like the worst thing anybody has to go through. And that is like ridiculous. As a kid, I've been going to this school or whatever, and I've only been there for like 2 or 3 months, and I was starting to get used to it or whatever, and I was making some friends, or at least I tried making some friends. I did have friends when I was in elementary school though. And then something happened, and pretty much I got bullied. I don't mean to be, I ain't no saint or whatever, but I was really friendly with everyone, friendly to where I wanted to be everyone's friend. But kids are mean nowadays, and not everyone wants to be somebody's friend. However, I did have some friends once again. But then out of nowhere, I was in class and this boy was just, talking shit about me behind my back, and stuff was said about me, and there was just so much going on at that time, and I didn't know what to do. But then I was actually getting bullied by that same kid for about a week, and then I think it was a day later, him and these group of boys, this happened at recess, by the way. These group of boys, they were all following me, and they were just calling me names. They were just threatening to beat me up and stuff. They were pushing me, and I didn't know what to do. This is way before I started to defend myself. Because as a kid, I didn't know how to defend myself. I had to teach myself how to do that. My mom didn't do that. My dad didn't do that. Nobody taught me how to fight. I had to do it by myself. I'm not even kidding. I had to learn how to fight by myself, all because I was bullied in school. And they actually jumped me at recess, and you know what happened? Nothing. Nobody did anything. Nobody was seeking the teachers. Nobody was seeking attention. Nobody even took notice of what's been going on with me. All I kept saying was, leave me alone, leave me alone. And they was oh, do something about it, bitch. They were calling me all types of names, like bitches. They called me a bitch. They called me gay. They called me punk ass nigga, cause I was, really. People tell me that it takes a stronger person to not fight back. True, it does, but deep down within me, if I knew how to fight, I would have been fought one of them. However, one of them would have jumped in, and I would have had no chance at all. And that's just it. And nobody did anything. And after that, I didn't learn how to fight until the 5th grade. All I did was get bullied left and right. However, hardly any fights have happened ever since. Like, it's like, when I started defending myself, I did tell those kids to, like, you know, back off before I fight you. I had my guard up and everything. They were, like, willing to fight. Like, I went to the bathroom one time, and then I saw this other boy in the bathroom, and he was willing to fight me. He was, like, calling me names and shit. And then he was willing to fight, and I had my guard up, and I was calling him names, and he stood there laughing. And I'm just like, you know, hey, if you want to fight, we can fight. It's whatever. I stopped getting bullied until high school. It was sophomore year. In middle school, though, it wasn't as bad, but this time it was a girl. It was like one girl. Now, actually, no. It wasn't just one girl. There was another boy too. And he was gay, but I'm not going to say his name, but he was gay. And he was like, you know, bullying me and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck off. I didn't actually say it, but in my head, I'm just like, get out of here. And, there was a time we were going upstairs to another class. We were in line or whatever, and he opened my book bag, took everything out. I chased him all the way throughout the building until I ended up losing him. And then I came back downstairs to pick everything up and put back in my book bag. And then when we went back to class, he saw me again. He walked past me and knocked all my papers and shit down on the desk. I got up and hit him with the book bag because, you know, I didn't want to, like, you know. Once again, it was during the times where I was, like, you know, starting to defend myself, and I didn't really know fully what to do, but hey, something gotta give. And I haven't been into school. Actually, no. I've been into a school fight before. This was like back in middle school. And I got into a fight before. I got suspended for 10 days. All because someone said something about me. I was furious. And, even outside of school, was way worse. Like, I'm telling you, like, there were some kids, like, you know, picked on me for, you know, the way I talked, the way I dressed, the way my hair looked, everything. Like, they bullied me for basically being me. Like, they did that for pure joy. And all I did was walk past them. I didn't, like, go up to them and confront them or nothing, because they were like actual teenagers. I was a kid, like 10 years old. I walked past them and I didn't even say nothing. They were like teenagers. They were tall as hell. I wasn't gonna stand a chance against them. And then this one time I went to the park and I was sitting on a basketball court and I was talking to this girl, you know, being friendly. I wasn't trying to, like, you know, flirt with her. I was legit trying to be, you know, friends with her, but, you know, she looked like she was an adult, but she was really a teenager. And I was making jokes and these group of boys came up. They were, like, tall, like, they were, like, way taller than me, and they were also, like, teenagers. They looked like they were, like, in the early 20s or something, but they were really teenagers. And I was just a kid, like, a little kid. And the girl was trying to tell them to leave me alone, and they pretty much just said, nah, fuck that. Let's just jump this nigga. That's literally what they said. Let's just jump him. I was about to leave that basketball court, but they knew I wasn't gonna go anywhere. You know how? Because I was just standing there. And, I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, they were trying to, you know, take my stuff. They tried to take my phone. And I was really about to leave this time. Like I was about to walk away. And then the boys was like, yeah, let's jump this nigga. And then they ended up beating me up. Like, I had a massive headache. My eye was black. It was just horrible. And as I was leaving the park, this dude that was beating me up, well, one of the dudes that was beating me up, he was just trying to, like, be friendly and pat my back and ask me if I was okay, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. And he was just walking with me. And we, you know, talked for a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, more like a few seconds. It wasn't even like, not even 10 seconds something happened. Guess what he did? He tackled me. Like, just straight up tackled me. And I landed back first. It was painful. Like, when I fell, I had the deepest inhale of my life. Like, you know when you fall on your back and you hit it so hard and you just go, that's how I felt. That was painful. Like, after it happened, I started crying. Because it hurt so bad. And I ended up stumbling back home. And nobody was home. It was just me, myself, and I. But up to high school, though, everything changed, though. High school, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I got bullied. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in high school. But I'm gonna count it as a bully anyway, because they were just fucking around with me at the same time. Like, you know, trying to, like, be dickheads and shit. So, I was in music class. Well, actually, no, it wasn't music class. It was study hall. Then there was this black, goofy-ass dude with the dreads. He had dreads. And he had a jean jacket. And he was just fucking with me or whatever. He slammed my phone down to the ground. I wanted to fight him so badly. I pushed him. Like, I literally stood up and pushed him. And told him to fuck off before I beat your ass. That's literally what I said. Like, we was literally gonna fight. Everyone was just staring at us and shit. And he was just laughing. Because he was like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing. As much as I really wanted to do something. And I was going to. But I stopped myself. Because I was thinking, if he takes the first swing, I'm gonna end up knocking his ass out. Man, those days of getting bullied was like one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Even outside of school was worse because it was just random kids that I didn't know, and they were just beating me up out of like pure joy. Like, I don't know what's wrong with kids nowadays, like just picking on the weak. Like, they ain't do nothing to them. Being bullied is like the If only it was a villain arc for me, but knowing myself, I wouldn't turn into a villain even if I tried. Sure, I have this anti-hero side now, but I'm not trying to be like no full-on villain and commit serious crimes like murder and other shit, but like I'm just like, there were many times where I was at my breaking point, and there were definitely times where I got into a fight that to the point where I literally wanted to kill someone. Like, literally. This happened like 3 years ago. Like, I went back to my hometown, Pennsylvania, to visit, and then this guy was just like, you know, talking shit or whatever, and I fought him, and I kept hitting him. Everyone was like trying to get me off of him and shit. And then I got so angry, I pushed everyone to the side and told them to get off of me. And I just kept hitting him until I felt like he had enough. The shit that I've been through in my entire life, that was like a villain origin story for me. But, however, I didn't turn into a villain. Like, I have an abusive parent, but we only live once. And it's not worth losing my own life just to make things worse for myself, but like trying to kill someone and do all this other illegal stuff. But I try my best. I mean, I'm not getting bullied now. Even if I do, I got myself to defend. Because at the end of the day, even though we gotta rely on people, it's recommended to be by yourself. Because many people will hurt you in many ways. In fact, your family can hurt you worse than just some person on the street. Just wanted to put that out there. But yeah. I could probably see somebody, not gonna say his name, typing away in the comments saying, "Oh, you a bitch." Guess what? Click off the video or unsubscribe even. Because if you don't like what I'm trying to tell you, and I'm just trying to like, you know, tell my stories and shit, click off the video and unsubscribe. Your presence is not needed. Sure, I was a coward as a kid, but come on now. I'm older. I don't have time for this shit. But yeah. But those who do support, I really appreciate you. For real. And I mean that. With 100%, with 1000%. Now I really sound ghetto now. But, Luigi's Mansion will be uploaded later on today. And along with the Smash Brothers videos, that's gonna be uploaded later on during the week. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.